Money isn't just about numbers, it's also about psychology. Before reading the book Psychology of Money, I thought that financial freedom or financial success was only about investing smartly, earning more, or understanding how the market works. After reading the book, it really completely changed my mind and perspective around how money works. So today, I want to share 5 key lessons that I learned from the book that have completely changed the way I see money and that I hope will be useful to you as well. Hi, I'm Chaimaa and welcome to Unplug with Chaimaa. I'm very excited because this is going to be my first YouTube video. What you can expect from this channel is content around books, content on career growth, and on travel. If what I just described is something that speaks to you, I will gladly invite you to subscribe to this channel just to like unwind, unplug, and join me in this new chapter. And hopefully, you will learn a few things. So let's start with lesson number one. Lesson number one is wealth is what you don't see. So, what do I mean by that? We often think that people who drive luxurious cars, families who have huge, beautiful houses, that immediately it means that they are wealthy. What he describes in the book, he's saying that wealth is hidden. It's not something that we see. Wealth is hidden in your savings account. Wealth is hidden in your investments. Wealth is hidden in the different options that you have for yourself. Someone can completely be wealthy but is not showing that they're wealthy, right? It's more quiet, it's more toned down. And don't get me wrong, if someone has a lot of money and like luxurious cars, it's fine because you have the money for it. I think what he is referring to is those people who don't have much money, but the appearances is more important to them. And so they think that, oh, I just need to have the most beautiful house, or I just need to have the most beautiful car, because they're comparing themselves with other people that either they look up to, or ego, some pride. Anyways, there's different reasons as to why a person would still purchase something that's expensive but they cannot afford it. And so what he's saying here is, don't really compare yourself at the end. Maybe you can see someone driving, I don't know, a Ferrari, you name whichever car you think is luxurious, but it doesn't mean anything, right? This is their spending. Lesson number two is money is more about behavior than intelligence. What the author is saying in the book is that you don't need to be a financial expert to start building wealth. You don't need to have a degree in finance or a degree in economics to have the go for you to start building wealth, right? What you need to focus on is on your behavior. So, how patient you are, how consistent you are, how you control your impulses, and the smart choices that you make on a daily basis, right? So, what he's saying is to mainly focus on your consistent savings and make sure that you don't purchase something on impulses. And it's funny that I say that because for those who knew me before, I was the type of person to buy on impulse. So let's say if I wanted, I don't know, if I wanted anything, I will just go and purchase. But it's true that once you start being a bit more strategic, this is where you can see like you can slowly start saving a bit more for any goal that you have. I'm really not there yet. I spend money on coffee, and I don't know if it's something that I can stop. Honestly, I love coffee. I'm a coffee addict, but still, it was good to see or to read what he said on this topic, because we often stop ourselves from doing the work because we think that it's too complex for us to achieve that. I know when we go online and we see everyone talking about investments and everyone talking about the money moves that they're making, you sometimes like have this fear and kind of like block yourself or feel stuck. Lesson number three: the most powerful force in money is time. As the book mentions, we often focus on how much money we invest, where do we invest, and so on. And what the author is mentioning here is that we shouldn't only focus on the how much question and where question. We should also think of when. What he mentions here, and I think all of us already know, is that time is really our most important asset, especially when it comes to investing. This is where your money will compound, right? This is where your money will take a bit more power. So the earlier you start, the better it's going to be. I think what he's saying here is that we shouldn't really think, oh, I need to have that much money to be able to start investing. It doesn't matter. Like, we shouldn't care, because with time, anyway, this money will grow, and there's no really an age limit to it, right? There's no, oh, this is the perfect time. The perfect time is now. That's it. You don't have to think about yesterday. You don't have to think about tomorrow. Just start it, and do as much as you put, as much as you can put aside. You don't have to um put yourself into situations that will make you unhappy just for the sake of putting money. It can be a small amount that you just put aside and you don't see it for like decades. Lesson number 4: no one is crazy. We all make money decisions based on our own personal experiences. So let's say, for example, those who grew up in poverty, they might be a bit more risk averse, meaning they don't want to take too much risks because they grew up in an environment where money was not something that they had, right? And then on the opposite, you have those who grew up in wealthy families where they might have a different mindset towards how they view money. Reading this in the book also made me reflect on my own relationship with money, how I grew up with it, and made me also reflect on what I need to work on. It also helped me have this overall perspective that we shouldn't really judge on how people save or spend, because it also depends on how they grew up viewing either their parents, how they use money, or the experiences that someone had growing up will reflect on the way they view and save and spend their money. So it's good to also keep that in mind, not to judge others when you see them spending a lot or not spending at all. It really depends on people's environment and mindset when it comes to money. Lesson number 5: freedom is the ultimate goal. The highest dividend that money can pay is freedom. And I know throughout the video I talked a lot about investing, being patient, being consistent, and so on. But it's not really about the amount of money you have in your account or how much you've achieved by a certain time. And if you don't get that amount of money, you're not doing well. It's not about that. It's about allowing yourself to have the lifestyle that you want without feeling trapped. So basically, it's about being able to wake up in the morning and decide how you want to spend your time, who you want to work with, where they want to work, being able to help, I don't know, your family, your friends if they need any help, and not think too much about it. This is the kind of freedom the author is referring to when talking about. So that was it. These were the 5 key lessons that I learned from the book. The Psychology of Money is such a good read, and I highly recommend you to read it if you have time. It really taught me that it's not about having the most knowledge, but it's about having the right mindset behind your behavior around money. So it's about consistency, it's about having a different perspective that will ultimately lead you to have the financial freedom that you're looking for. So if you found these lessons to be helpful, please feel free to hit the subscribe button. I'll be more than happy to continue sharing content around books, travel, and career growth. Also, if you have any book recommendations, I'll be happy to read them and review them as well. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm very happy if you made it until the end. And again, please don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed it. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!